Hey guys, thanks for coming today, and we're going to be working on downward facing dog today, or Adho Mukha Svanasana in Sanskrit. And I'm going to kind of go through a lot of different cues on this pose because it's one that's often done wrong, even for people that have practiced yoga for years. And I want to be able to ensure that you have the longevity in your practice so that you can practice at home or in classes for years, maybe decades, without doing injury to your shoulders or any other parts of your body, because we want you to be able to practice yoga and feel good for a long time and not come to a class and feel injured afterwards. So I'm going to go through the basics of it, and then I'm going to break it down and give you a couple different exercises that you can do to ensure that you're doing it the right way. So we're going to start, you'll see how it fits together with the other poses when I do my next video. But just for today, just to give you the basics of it, you can start in either a plank position or hands and knees, okay? Which I like to call tabletop. But it sets you up for a pretty good stance here, okay? So my toes are curled under. I'm going to grip the ground with my hands, giving myself a good base here for stability. And then I'm going to lift my hips up and press them back. So I've been doing this for a while. My heels are flat on the ground. I don't imagine a lot of y'all's will be. So some modifications here that I'm going to say right off the bat is I want you to keep the upper body straight and bend the bottom half of your body as much as you need to. So bend those knees, lift your heels up off the ground. Don't be fighting your body to get those heels down, because that's not really what's important right now. So this pose right here is a completely acceptable down dog, even if you think it should be looking more like this. So you should be feeling some stretching in the calves, maybe in the hamstrings, and your shoulders should be working here. A lot of people tend to dump into the shoulders, and it looks more like this. We don't want to put that stress on our shoulders. So one way to integrate the shoulders and make them more stable is to externally rotate the shoulder blades. Now what I mean by that, and I'm going to come down to my knees to do this, and you can do so also if you're following along, is if you bend your elbows a little bit and pull your elbows together, you're going to feel this shoulder girdle activate. And you're going to feel your shoulder blades go from here out. So it's got this wrapping motion, okay? This is the motion that I want you to imagine as you're in down dog, because that's going to activate the center of your back here, and it's going to utilize your muscles to support that weight instead of your shoulder joints, okay? So keep that in mind when you're in down dog. And if you want to put that into practice, we can do what's called a turbo dog. It's a little bit difficult to see, so you may not see much of a difference in the video, but I'm going to cue you through it so you can practice it at home. You're probably not going to want to do it more than just a couple of seconds at a time, but it's going to give you the movement that you want to find in your down dogs every time, okay? So coming back up into the down dog here, bend the elbows slightly, hold them together as I just did in tabletop, and without losing that movement in the shoulders, straighten your arms, okay? Your head should be right between your arms. Often when I cue this in class, I see a lot of people come up. The shoulder mobility is not there yet. But try not to let your head come up. Let it hang as much as you can to try to get that line straight from the fingertips all the way to the tailbone. And that is down dog. After putting weight onto your hands, if you're having a little stress in your wrists, you can do some wrist exercises to stretch them out. You can also do these before your pose if you'd like to, and you'll want to kind of refer back to this for anything that you're putting weight onto your hands, especially if you're not used to it. So a couple quick things that I like to do for wrist health is reach one arm out in front of you and pull the fingers back. Hold that for about 30 seconds or so, and then flip your fingers down and do it that way. Another couple of good things here is to just do circles in both directions. And then my favorite is to put the hands up and flash your hands as fast as you can, because that is going to warm the muscles all the way through here and help your supporting muscles for your wrists. If you have any questions, if you want any other modifications, please say so. And if you ever need to come out of this pose, child's pose is a great alternative. And that is just coming down onto the knees and stretching your arms out in front of you, because it allows you a really good stance to just come back into that as soon as you're ready. Thanks for joining me today. And if you want to show some extra support, click the link on my page or in the comments here and give me a vote on Facebook, or donate to the Veteran Yoga Project, there we go, and do some donation-based voting there, okay? Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you on the next video where we're gonna link everything together. Namaste.